Hey there, welcome to Healthy TV episode number 77. I'm your host, Dr. John McPhee, and on today's show, I'm going to share with you the secret ingredient to getting rid of your pain. Before we jump into this week's topic, I just wanted to bring you up to speed on this month's challenge, the March Movement Challenge. And I'm so excited about this one because it satisfies a lot of what people ask us for. They want to get out of pain, they want to feel better, right? They want more energy, and they want to protect against any future problems like hurting themselves in the future. Those are really the four big things that people ask help for. And this challenge is actually going to set the groundwork for all of those things. Okay, so moving your body gives you those benefits, and this one is just 10 minutes a day, super easy. All you need to do is watch the video I've recorded, 10 minutes of exercise each day, and anyone can do it really. Your grandma could do it, your 5-year-old child could do it. It's super simple, but the benefits are massive if you do it every day. Okay, so all you need to do is follow the link, and that'll take you right through to the page where you're going to get access to the video, and then I'm going to help hold you accountable so that I make sure that you get this done every day. All right, now on to today's topic. Every week I have people email me and message me and even walk in the door at our Practice at the Wellness group, and they ask often the same question. I've got this pain, XYZ pain, what can I do to get rid of it? And it's my job really to help them to understand where that source of the pain is coming from and find the right strategies to not only help them feel better, but actually correct the underlying problem that caused the pain in the first place. And so that's my process, but invariably I give everybody the same advice. Okay, it's the one piece of advice that I think applies regardless of the problem, and it's usually one that gets I get a bit of a blank stare or sometimes a double take, and people wonder why do I recommend that they move more? Movement itself is super important for healing, and this kind of flies in the face of convention because we've all been taught that back in the day we were taught that if you hurt yourself, you rest. Right? And now there's some good things about resting, but we need to put that in context. The real benefit of the goal is to help the tissue heal in the shortest amount of time possible. Right? We want to get that result. You feel better in the shortest amount of time possible. That's my goal, certainly. And we know now that one of the best ways to get tissue healing, okay, that's the problem. If there's been an injury, there's tissue that's been damaged and it needs to heal. And one of the best ways of getting tissue to heal is to use it, right? Is to put it to work. And so movement helps to do a few different things. One is that it draws blood flow to the area. So that's number one. Blood flow is important for healing because it's drawing all the immune cells that are necessary for healing, and it's helping to flush out the blood flow. It goes two ways, right? It draws blood to the area, but also helps to draw blood out of that area. And that's the second most important thing with movement, is that when there's injury, the cells that are being repaired, there's a lot of waste products. So imagine there's there's a bunch of garbage being produced, and it's got to be taken out by garbage trucks. And those garbage trucks all travel. They don't actually go in the blood. They go in another system called the lymphatic system. And the lymphatic system doesn't have a heart. Okay, it doesn't have a pump. It needs movement to actually pump the fluid through the lymphatic system. And so when the muscle contracts and expands, and the muscles are doing that, whether it's around ligaments and tendons or joints, either way, the movement itself is what's driving that. It's pumping the garbage out of that tissue, which is helping to drive the healing response. Okay, and then the last thing, and I think that's probably the most important thing, and it's where people actually notice I think what drives the biggest benefit in the short term is that when you movement is a really like a massive stimulus to the brain. And when it comes down to it, pain is a result of certain signals coming up through the wires that go from your body up to your brain, and they go to a part of your brain. It's actually an emotion. Pain is actually an emotional response. But what movement does is, you can imagine there's these pain signals coming up the nerve system, and then they have to be interpreted by the brain. And they have to go through a filter. Let's just think about it that simply. So those signals are coming from the hurt tissue and they're going up to the brain, and they have to pass through a filter. And when you move, you can actually kind of shift that filter away. You can close down those signals a little bit so that they're not as strong. So movement out-competes the signals that are derived from tissue damage. And so that's actually a good thing, because apart from helping with the healing process, it's helping to dampen down the pain signals so that you can experience less pain. Okay. Now, the thing is, rest is important, but I like to use the term active rest. That's kind of the one that most people in the research arena are using now. So we want to be doing active rest. So maybe you don't go back if you've had maybe a back injury. You don't want to go back to like lifting heavy weights or doing heavy manual labor. But getting out and going for a long walk, or perhaps it's just about getting up and moving every 20 minutes for 3 minutes so that you can help to flush out the tissue. That's what we mean by active rest. Okay, so you're still moving the body, you're just not maybe stressing it to the same degree as you would if you were at 100%. Okay, so I hope that helps. The key point is movement is essential for healing. Okay, and so anytime if you have an injury, whether it's an old or a new injury, movement is going to help. Okay, now along with that, what this whole month is March Movement Month. We're running the March Movement Challenge, and I would love for you to join us. I put the link in the post above there, so you can actually jump into this challenge and get moving. Now, all it takes is 10 minutes a day, and this 10 minutes is a mobility video that I've already recorded, and you just watch that, do the exercises. Awesome thing to do. You're going to feel better, certainly going to help to reduce pain, and it's also going to help to give you more energy and prevent injuries in the future, which is a huge benefit to you, particularly as you age. Okay, so follow that link, download the video or get access to the video, and I will hold you accountable for the next month so that we can see those benefits after 30 days. All right, any questions, put them in the comments below, and I look forward to seeing you in the challenge.